everybody.
Hello.
We are back with part 3 of our blog series. And we want to talk today about writing, the actual writing of the blog.
Writing of the blogs.
So we started with the importance of blogs, and then we hit on some tips for just blogs in general last week. So now we want to dive into the more technical side of writing blogs. So last week we kind of touched on this, but we want to bring it up again. Length. Length is actually important.
It is.
Google cares. Google cares how long your blog is. Here at Transformation Marketing, we shoot for about 400 to 800 words per blog. They can get longer depending on how technical you want to get with them, which we'll talk about later. But 400 to 800 is a really good, solid point to have your blog at. So, next point, keywords. It's a word I like love to hate or something like. I have a love-hate relationship with keywords, just because Google has redefined keywords so many times. Google has gotten so smart.
Yeah.
And so you don't need exact keywords in pages anymore. Google knows that slacks and pants and leggings and all those things are all the same.
Right.
Keywords are not as, it used to be that you wanted to put like that one keyword in your blog like 700 times.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that anymore. But you do want to make sure you have words that are searchable throughout your blog. You don't want it to just be so vague and meh that people can't find what.
So it used to be, if we're going to go with the pants thing.
Yeah.
So it used to be, say your title is all about pants. And then your first portion is, do you wear pants? Pants are important. Pants can be considered leggings,
trousers,
slacks, etc.
Yes.
What kind of pants do you wear? And then continue that on through the whole thing to the point where you never want to see the word pants again, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
So that's how it used to be. It is not that way anymore.
No. Google's goal is to make it as great for the end user to read as possible. They don't want the end user to have to read pants 17 bajillion times. They want the end user to have a good article that they can read.
Right.
Because that is, that's Google's audience, is the searchers. So if they provide good content for their searchers, then they are going to be used continually.
And that's what they want.
That kind of goes into the next point we have, and that's talking to your audience. So we run into this a lot with our clients because
I know where she's going with this.
Yes, because they like to get so technical with what they have to offer. Especially we do quite a bit in the medical industry right now, and the end user is not going to get as technical as you are with your product, by and large, for the most part.
Right.
Some of you have the end user or the customer client. They will get as technical as you, but typically that's not the case.
Right.
Your customer does not know as much about the technical side of your product or service as you do.
Right. If you have 1 or 2 blogs out there that are uber technical about your product or service, that's fine. But every single one, if it's reading like you're talking to someone internally in your office about something, unless your target audience is more people exactly like that, it's not by and large. You're not going to get the people that you want finding your blogs, finding your website, finding your services, and more importantly, purchasing your product or services.
That's right. You don't want to tell everybody exactly how you construct the homes that you build.
Right.
You don't want to do that. A, they don't care. B, you're just educating your competitors at that point. And C, they're not going to read it. You're going to lose them. You're going to lose them very quickly.
But if you can, going along the construction theme, if you can put blogs out there that talk about maybe the problems that people have or the solutions that they're trying to find, that's where people are going to be finding you and coming to you, because it's going to be, you know, I use the mom example a lot because we're moms. But it's going to be the mom, you know, sitting waiting to pick up kids at school, or at 11:45 at night once all the kids are in bed and the dishes are done and everything else, who's trying to get those 9 million things out of her brain and is like, oh, I meant to look that up. And searching, you know, what floor plan is best for whatever, or what's the most durable siding, or, you know, who knows. So those are the type of things to focus on.
Right.
Is what is going to help the people that you want to attract.
You're also writing your blog for Google.
Google's always there in the background, always watching.
Because if Google doesn't like your blog, people aren't going to see your blog.
Right.
Because Google's not going to serve it up for people. So just keep in mind too that the length is for Google. Making sure that it has words in it that Google could say, oh, hey, this would be a good search term. Let's put those types of things. You're also writing it for Google.
Right.
And you're also writing it for what people, your end user, are going to search. If you think people would search, what is the most durable siding? Write a blog called The Most Durable Siding.
Right.
The more you can get it to, especially your titles, to what people would actually search, the better. Cute, clever titles are not for blogs. Blogs should say exactly what the blog is about, so that Google can find it and serve it up to someone else who then can see the title and say, oh, that's exactly what I was looking for.
Right. And, you know, if you have subheadings in your blog, that's another great place to reiterate information, put maybe other things that you're segueing into, other questions that people might be asking. Those are great places to put those.
Yeah. Because I don't know about you, but when I read a blog, I skim through. I don't read the entire thing word for word, typically. Depends on the blog. But I'll skim through, and I love those headings in there, because then I can get to the point where, oh, that's the information I wanted right there.
Yeah, if it's a 1,000-word blog and it's just text, that makes it real difficult.
Hecka hard to read.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
the more you can break down your blogs for your end user and for Google, because Google likes those subheadings, Google likes bullet points, Google likes all of those things. So the more you can break it down, the better.
I'm going to throw this in also.
Yay! Bonus!
That's right. When you're looking for, if you're stumped, if you're stuck, if you're like, I don't know what people are going to be, I don't know what outside people are going to be searching or wanting to know, pull up that handy dandy Google search bar and
Google.
the Google.
Pull up the Google.
Pull up the Google, as my dad would say, and start typing in a search term. Like, just if it's about siding, start typing in what siding and see what Google wants to, what Google thinks you might be talking about. You'll get a list of 5 to 8 potentials. None of them may match, but that lets you know the kind of things that are in Google's radar realm and what people have been searching.
Next week, we're going to talk about uploading your blogs to your website or to your blog platform. This is just as important as the writing, guys. So tune in next week, and we'll give you one more great video on blog writing.
That's right.
Kick off the new year. See you guys.
Bye.